A whole robot made of bugs. Welcome to my nightmare.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the King-Ohger DX King-Ohger. So here we are, and there it is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. As you can see, it's a very, very large box here, but we have a very big, nice image here of King-Ohger. I'm assuming that says King-Ohger. On this side of the box, we have King-Ohger, craft and action, product shots, things and stuff. Up top, we have the team. On the bottom, we have the shoe guards. On the back of the box, we have some more obligatory product shots, the shoe guards, the combined mode. And on this side of the box, we have King-Ohger again. We have warning, don't eat anything in this box that could be very bad for you. And of course, we have Sad Pac-Man. And that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have the components that make up our mecha for this season. And yes, we have bid farewell to Avataro Sentai Dawn Brothers, and we welcome Osama Sentai King-Ohger into our lives for the upcoming year. And again, these are their mecha right here. These are the shoe gods. We have 10 in total, so we're going to go through each one at a time. So let's just get down to it. So first up, we have God Kuwagata, the stag beetle, and this is the primary component of the mecha and also the largest component here. Yeah, let's get in close here so we can take a look at the details. You get lots of nice molded detail in here. You get just some gray going on in there. You got the eye done in a nice metallic green. We also get some bits of silver right up top and lots of molded detail. You get nice detail here in the legs, a bit of, pardon me, sorry. You get a bit of gold right here as well on this leg. Gets my little splashes of color here. Again, lots of molded detail. And you get this big old chunky leg in the back, which is, as you can see, going to be the arms for the mecha. Not very well concealed, but hey, yeah, no, it's a Sentai mech. It only does but so much with the transformation, but lots of molded detail. Of course, you have your combiner pegs hanging out back there, and there is the bottom. Now, articulation-wise, the mandibles here can move in and out. They can move up and down. The legs can rotate forward and back, can move up and down, and that is pretty much it. These legs got a ratcheted joint here that can move in and out. You got rotation. You have a joint here and a joint here. You can also bring so part of the leg up and down if you want to. You know, rotate that, but I just leave that down just to kind of make it camouflage a little bit better. And the wings. These aren't wings, or they are wings. I don't know. I don't know bug parts, but this part can open up as well if you need it to move. At some point, I'll learn bug anatomy, but today is not that day. But there is God Kuwagata, so we're going to move on. And next up, we have God Tombo, the dragonfly. Now we're getting close here. As you can see, you got some nice metallic green there for the eyes, some silver as well. The wings done in a nice transparent plastic. We get a little bit of yellow in there, a little bit of white also in the wings, but some nice detail. Moving down the body, I mean, there's not too much to talk about here. There is a bit of molded detail. There you have the ray tip. Again, some molded detail. You got some molded in legs right up front there. As far as articulation, the wings just move up and down, and that is pretty much all that it does. So there you have God Tombo. Moving on. And next up, we have God Kamakiri, the praying mantis. And getting close here so we can take a look. You can see the eyes there, done in pink. Some black in there as well. Arms there just done in gray. Again, lots of molded detail. Back legs, you can see. Again, lots of molded detail. It looks kind of weird. No, but again, it has to work for the combination, so all in all, not too shabby. Again, we get those extra little splashes of color there. Although, not too shabby. Articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint, so it can rotate, look up and down. It can do squirrel, or, blowjob, I don't know, something. These can rotate up and down. The back legs, they're on like a soft ratchet here, so they can move down, they can move up. On this section, which is going to be the combined mode foot, is on a ratchet. Can move up and down, so you can kind of angle that however you want. And that is pretty much it for God Kamakiri. So, moving on. And next we have God Papillon, the butterfly. And we're getting close here. Take a look at those details. You can see the eyes there done in yellow. Nice coloration here on the wings with a couple little splashes of white. Again, lots of nice molded detail in there, and the body as well. And this is where the head stores. You do have visible hairs, just right there, just a kind of a butt head going on there. But you know what? Hey, it is what it is. You got the legs there. And articulation-wise, the wings can move up and down. The legs can move this far forward. They can move back, and that's more for combination. But hey, it moves if you need it to move. But yeah, in this whole section here, this being the neck joint for the combined mode, you do have like wiggly waggly and rotation here as well. So you can kind of do something with that if you want to do something with that. But that is basically it for God Papillon. So moving on. And next up we have God Hachi, the bee or wasp. Not quite sure which, but it's one of those. But here it is. We can move this back, and that's its official configuration there. It's supposed to be just kind of sitting kind of face down, but you can have it more upright if you want to, if you want to say it's pretty face, But let's get in close here so we can take a look at those details. Nice coloration there in the eyes. You got that yellow in there. Again, some nice molded detail. Not as much paint as I would like, but you know what? It still looks pretty good. Of course, the wings on that lovely transparent plastic. Love the shade that they're using here. It's quite nice. I got a little stinger right there. Articulation-wise, the only thing that moves is the back section on a ratchet. And you also get a little bit of wiggle waggle here because that's going to be the foot for combined mode. So that's your ankle tilt. So that's all that moves there on God Hachi, and that is basically it. So moving on. And next up we have God Tento, the pair of ladybugs. And yeah, not much to them. It's like a very kind of dark blue plastic right there for the face, black there for the spots. A little bit of molded detail. Not a whole lot to them. They are both identical. Articulation-wise, they have no articulation. They do exactly what they are doing right now. And that is basically it for our ladybugs. There is God Tento. So moving on. And next up, we have God Kumo, the pair of spiders. And as you can see, they have kind of alternating color schemes here, which I do quite like. Getting close here. You got some nice metallic green there for the eyes. The body done in red, black stripe. The legs here, just done in that silverish plastic. And this one has the silverish body with the black and the red legs. And articulation-wise, the legs just move up that far and down that far, and that is pretty much it for our spiders. There is God Kumo. And moving on. And of course I saved the best for last. Here we have God Ant. It's an ant. Little ant. There it is. You can see not much to it. No coloration on it. Lots of molded detail. It would have been nice if it was picked out in paint, but that is pretty much all we get. And articulation-wise, it does nothing, but it's an ant. There you go. It's a worker ant. It's ready to do some work. Ready to do some work like ants do. So there you go. So that is all 10 components. So without further ado, let's gatai, shall we? Let's. So first we will start with Kamakiri. And get him ready to go. We're just going to bring the legs up. Just bring them up that one click. Take this whole upper section and just bring it all the way down. Like so. take this, bring it forward, that will form the foot, and there is Kamakiri ready for combination. And now moving on to Hachi. Oh, I forgot to mention also that the wings are on ball joints when I was talking about the articulation. So flappy, flappy, all that good stuff, rotationy, rotationy. But anyway, to get ready for a combination, all you're going to do is take this section here, take the booty, and just bring that forward, take the wings, and just bring them down. And voila, you are ready for combination. So now for Kuwagata, we got a bit more to do here. First thing you want to do is open up this back section, and then you're going to bring this entire assembly down. There is a little clip here this will clip into, so just clip that into place, and that will sit there just like that. And then you're just going to take the legs, just bring them out a click for now. You got that done. At this point now we can connect the legs, so Kamakiri just snaps right in to that side. Hachi snaps into the other. And now he has great strength of feet. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this whole arm and shoulder assembly and just bring that back. Once you've done that, just straighten the arm out. Same thing on the other side, just bring that back and straighten the arm out. Then bring these legs up so you can bring this in, and then we can bring this down again. Just get these legs out of the way. Bring that forward. Again, get the legs out of the way and rotate this down like so. You can take these and just fold them up behind the forearms. You can now rotate the fists so everything is oriented properly. And we have that done. Now we're going to bring in our ladybugs. We're going to connect them to the forearms. You want them face up, and they will just clip in right here on either side, like that. And next up, we're going to bring in Papillon, and we're going to just remove this whole lower assembly here. And once you've done that, you're just going to take these legs and bring them forward. You can bring these horns up now. They want you to do that last, but we're going to do it now. And this will just clip in right up top, right there. So just line up that post and just snap that into place like that. Next thing you want to do is take this back section here, just drop it down. We're going to bring in the dragonfly. You're going to rip its tail off, and we're going to use this section here. Now there is a rail right here, so it's going to slide down that rail and then clip in right here at the bottom. So just slide that down and clip that in like so. And now he has wings. He just had a Red Bull. And next up, we're going to bring these up like so. These legs you can pretty much just kind of spread out however you want. And he's a little hard to stand, I will say that. You stay, you stay. But now we'll bring in the spiders. So you want the one with the red body first. Bring the legs all the way back. This one will clip onto the crotch. Will become the crotch plates, and then you bring in the one with the silver body, again face up, bring those legs all the way back, and that will plug onto the chest like so. And last but not least, to make up the sword, we're going to take this section here from the dragonfly, what's left of the butterfly. This will just clip in right up here like so to make that, and then we can take the ants. The ant can clip on pretty much at any point here. You can plug it in wherever you want. I'm going to plug it in right here because I just feel like it. So there you have the combined mode sword. And a side note about the chess pieces here, and this is where we find out how many people watch the video before they comment. Officially, these are supposed to be spread out like that. That's the official configuration. Me, personally, I kind of like them up, but that's just me. As always, to each their own. It's your toy, display however you wish. But officially, they're supposed to be out. But me, I like them here. But again, to each their own. And we take said sword and plug it into the hand. And ladies and gentlemen, here we have King-Ohger, fully combined. And yeah, it looks pretty cool, pretty cool. Not as impressive as Don Oni Taijin though. This one's cool in its own right, don't get me wrong, but I do like Oni Taijin more. I thought that one came off a bit better, although this one does have a bit more articulation. But not a bad looking combined mode though. I can still work with it. I still dig it. But let's get in close here so we can take a look not at those spiders but at that noggin. There's the noggin. You're hitting the camera with your sword. Get your sword out of the way. There we go. And you can see a nice head sculpt there. Nice blue for the eyes. You get some gold in there as well. Some silver. Get some little black trim in there also. It all comes together quite nicely. I do quite dig it. You got the big old feet going on there. And move at the back. And nice, clean. You have a little wing pack going on there with the dragonfly. All in all, not too shabby. I can definitely work with it. Now, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint, so you do have lots of wiggly waggly. Can look up a little bit, can look down. Head can do a full 360. It kind of collides with stuff. You can do a full 360. Of course, these horns, you can kind of move in and out as you want. Now, as far as the arms go, there is a bit of stuff in the way, so you kind of have to move stuff to get those arms rotated. They rotate on kind of a weird axis, so on in different poses, it's like that arm. That's not how shoulders work. But it still rotates. It can move in and out on nice Ragic. You can bring it all the way up, all the way down. You do have bicep rotation. You do have a double jointed elbow. You have a joint up here. You have a joint up here. So you can use that if you wish. The ladybugs do kind of get in the way. Unfortunately, you can't move them down. You can move them down a little bit lower, give it extra range, but they do tend to want to kind of pop out, and then it kind of blocks the hand. So officially, it's supposed to be up here. But as always, you can situate it however you want. It's yours. Display it however you wish. You do have wrist rotation. You do also have ratcheted waist rotation. As far as the legs go, legs can move forward about that far. You have to kind of get around the spider, but you can get them up pretty high. Do them high kicks. Back. Again, you have to kind of move around stuff, move stuff out of the way. But you can get back pretty far. Outward. That's as far as you can get, although you could have went farther, but that's as far as they go. You got thigh rotation, 90 degrees of bend at the knee. And as far as feet go, they can move up a couple clicks, can move it down, and you have a little bit of ankle tiltage. Same on this side, up, down, and a little bit of ankle tiltage. And for comparison, here it is with last season's Oni Taijin, so you can see how this year's mech looks next to last year's mech. Now, me personally, I like Oni Taijin's overall design a lot better. I mean, King-Ohger looks cool too, but personally, I like Oni Taijin's design overall a lot better. Oni Taijin just seems a bit more coherent, where King-Ohger is just kind of all over the place. Again, not bad. I can work with it. But Oni Taijin is just a little bit more pleasing to my eye. But hey, just my opinion, to each their own. So there you go. So there you have it, King-Ohger. And I love that they're continuing the trend of making these mecha, posable. They're not bricks. I mean, the individual components, some of them are definitely, bricks, but, clearly the combined mode is where this shines, and it definitely does. Really posable. I like the design, not my favorite, but I do like the design. I can work with it. But yeah, definitely looking forward to what the upcoming year will bring us as far as combinations with the Mecha goes, just as far as the show itself. Looking forward to seeing what we get. So there you go. Now, I picked this up from CS Toys, but of course there are many other sites you can go to for stuff like this if you're interested, such as Hobby Link Japan, Ami, Hobby Search, Mandarake, of course, there's always eBay and Amazon. You can also check out BigBadToyStore.com for Super Sentai items. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below so you can check that out. You can also check out the King-Ohger playlist for all future reviews, also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say, so there is the King-Ohger, DX King-Ohger, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Everyone, it's a festival of bugs. Ha, 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 ha. We don't have to see him ever again, do we?